This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore. James Comer, the chairman of the House Oversight Committee, is at it again. Remember, I tell you what, here's what we'll do. I was going to do something different, but let's do this. Let's give you a recap of where we are with this very serious and very real investigation into Joe Biden and the disparate satellite of Bidens out there. The Republicans who completely ignored the hundreds of millions and, in Jared Kushner's case, billions of dollars that were gained through their connection to Donald Trump are now very focused on a nothing burger, something that's just not. All it is a distraction to try to avoid a bright, shining light focusing on the fact that Republicans have nothing for Americans, nothing for agenda, nothing to make your life better. It's pretty remarkable that they're gonna go back to the well, the Benghazi investigation. They're gonna do another one of these that results in nothing. It results in zero indictments. All it's going to result in is irritation for people who have to be bothered by subpoenas to come and testify when they're going to find nothing. They're going to uncover nothing. And as I've said, I'll say it one more time, if there is evidence, which up to this point there is nothing, if there is evidence, bring it to the American people. And if Joe Biden is involved in criminal activity, he should be prosecuted. We should throw him in jail. But you got to have evidence. You got to have evidence, James Comer. So let's go back in time. Let's do it this way. Remember when he said that there was witness intimidation, tampering with witnesses and intimidating witnesses. And even the Fox News host said, whoa, this is huge. You have evidence of this? And then we're going to talk about it in 7 to 10 days. Watch this.
Are you standing by witness intimidation? The witnesses and the whistleblowers are being intimidated by the president's son's lawyers. You stand by that and you say you have evidence of that?
It depends on your definition of intimidation. If you get a call from the lawyers and they remind you of your potential liability in some of these business schemes, then yes, I would consider that witness intimidation.
So why for so many who have seen this for years, these investigations playing out, why wouldn't you show the goods from that? Why wouldn't you get protection for those witnesses, get protection from those whistleblowers? Can Congress do that so that you can come forward with this evidence?
No, but we're going to ask for immunity for some moving forward. I think that's going to be the next step.
That's a big deal
that we take. That is a big deal. And hopefully the Department of Justice and Merrick Garland, the Attorney General, will grant immunity to these people. This is a major investigation. We plan on within the next 7 to 10 days having a public press conference to give the press and the American people the facts, what we have uncovered thus far.
And then remember, if that wasn't embarrassing enough for him, and then remember when he did finally come out with the evidence, he went on Fox and Friends, a friendly outlet for Republicans, and on Fox News, and he presented it. And even Steve Doocy, the loyal, friendly to Republican Steve Doocy, said, yeah, wait a minute, but you don't really have anything here. Nothing you've said implicates Joe Biden in anything. Remember this.
And your party, the Republican investigators, say that that's proof of influence peddling by Hunter and James. But that's just your suggestion. You don't actually have any facts to that point. You've got some circumstantial evidence. And the other thing is, of all those names, the one person who didn't profit is there's no evidence that Joe Biden did anything illegally.
And then remember, it gets worse. There's this one that is back in time, and then we're going to come current day, what is happening now. Then he went on Maria Bartiromo, the same woman who brought us the conspiracy theories about Dominion voting systems. Remember the email from the woman who said that the wind tells her she's a ghost, but she doesn't believe it. This is Maria Bartiromo, the woman who brought us that lady. That conspiracy theory. Then she brings us with James Comer that, wait a minute, are you saying the informant? Your informant that all of this is based on is missing? I mean, it's a comedy. Watch this.
But I want to get to something even more important potentially here, and that is this cover-up. You have spoken with whistleblowers. You also spoke with an informant who gave you all of this information. Where is that informant today? Where are these whistleblowers?
Well, unfortunately, we can't track down the informant. We're hopeful that the informant is still there. The whistleblower knows the informant. The whistleblower is very credible. Yes.
Hold on a second, Congressman. Did you just say that the whistleblower or the informant is now missing?
Well, we're hopeful that we can find the informant. Now, remember, these informants are kind of in the spy business, so they don't make a habit of being seen a lot or being high profile or anything like that.
And this brings us current. This is the saga of this defunct, just exhausting bit of nonsense from Republicans. And when you see it all in one time, this is why I changed the way I was going to do the video. When you see it all at one time, it really puts it in focus that they got nothing. All it is a distraction, time after time after time after time. And it seems to work for Republicans because they so desperately want for it to be true that they'll believe anything. So here was yesterday on Hannity, which again, for some reason now he has an in-studio audience to clap and guffaw at the hilarity. And James Comer is now saying that maybe I have one source. Maybe I have a whole bunch of sources. Who knows? Oh my God, watch this.
The way that my staff and I interpreted it was there were multiple 1023. So it could have been the same informant
do you have multiple
that
sources?
the FBI met with multiple times.
But do you have multiple sources is what I'm asking.
It could be multiple sources or it could be one. Again, the name of the informant is
okay.
Confidential, right?
Okay. Anyway, James Comer, thanks for the update. We appreciate it. Keep up the good work.
So who's believing this? I mean, again, it's one of those situations where you have to really want to believe it for it to make any sense at all. James Comer is so clearly fabricating controversy that if he were anyone else, or maybe not anybody else, he would be embarrassed, humiliated by time after time after time just being owned by people like me, but also people who are Republicans who see right through this. People like Sean Hannity, who knows there's nothing. Sean Hannity knows there's nothing here. Even in that clip, he's like, yeah, all right, anyway, I tried to give you a chance to come with some gangbuster evidence, and you're just stringing everybody along again. Because he has to string along, because there's nothing there. Nothing there. If there was something there, they would make it public everywhere. If they had hard evidence of anything, it would be front and center, public facing. They would be demanding the DOJ prosecute. This is it. Appoint a special counsel. They're not doing any of that. They're liars. They're distracting the American people from the fact that the Democrats have a plan, the Democrats have policy. They might not have the stomach to actually put it in place. It's a criticism of mine. But they have an ideological North Star, and Republicans just don't. They're here to own the libs and talk about woke and CRT and ban the books and be fascists. I mean, if it weren't so funny, it would be depressing. Maybe it is so funny because it is so depressing. Anyway, what do you think? I'd love to know. You can call, leave me a brief voicemail, 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me daily@dollemore.com. I would love it if you would subscribe to the channel. I'm pushing for 500,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and only with your help can I do it. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. If you know somebody who's not subscribed who would enjoy the channel, turn them on. Turn me on to them. Yeah, that's it. If you really appreciate my work and you want to help support it, you can click the join button below, become a channel member. You can click the super thanks button below, support that way, or you can go over to patreon.com/I-doubt-it podcast. I love you guys. I appreciate you very much. Follow me on social media. I'm at Dollemore, and I'm going to see you next time. Most definitely. Be genuine. Take care of one another.